talking to Alexei Mordashov right now. We're going to switch gears entirely. Controlling stakeholder in Russia's largest steelmaker, Severstal, CEO as well. A lot of exciting things going on, including an IPO where you're listing your gold assets in London. 25% of them, company today said you're hoping to raise as much as $1.5 billion. I want to ask you about the price of gold. I mean, it's gone up for 10 years. Can it continue to go up?
As many other analysts, observers, we have rather bullish expectations about gold prices because gold was perceived by people like a safe haven in turbulent time, and now we definitely have certain turbulence in the world economy. We should expect bullish price, or strong price for gold.
Yeah, so what's a bullish price? Give me your outlook for 2011. How are we going to end?
Difficult to say. I'm not probably the best expert in this, but many people say that we should stay at current at least level, or some level above, 1,500, 1,600, 1,700.
Tell me about the future of Nord Gold, this unit that you're listing. Do you plan to spin it off at some point?
We consider this gold diversification in gold as a strategic one for us. So far, we're happy to keep shares in gold. And despite gold has not much connection with our core business, steel and steel-related mining.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, gold is good investment for us, and we are happy to develop this company. Our key priority is to develop our presence in gold.
So in 5 years, you can guarantee me you're still going to have Nord Gold in the fold of Severstal?
You know, it's difficult to guarantee anything for the next 5 years. But so far, we are happy to keep this, and definitely.
Explain this to me. Russia's full of gold, right? Why did Nord Gold go outside of Russia to Africa, among other places, to develop assets when you've got so much at home?
We have so much at home, and our key extraction activities are at home in Russia. But also we see a lot of opportunities for us to make profit outside of Russia. And we, as you know, what we made basically was cherry picking. We identified a couple of assets which have a lot of unveiled potential, bought them and turned them around. And we don't care so much about the geography. We go for any assets which has value or certain value which could be released through the restructuring. It's key priority for us. Of course, we have some strengths in Russia, but outside of Russia, we are also.
Well, let's talk about that. Commodity prices, commodity assets, as you well know, they're back. They're right at pre-crisis levels. So is Alexei Mordashov a buyer now or a seller?
Oh, it depends. Because our key priority is value creation. We are not looking for disposals, but definitely we could do some acquisitions if it will allow us to create value. You'll see.
You bought into the U.S. market in a big time, bought a bunch of steelmakers there just before the crisis. You said you were optimistic about the U.S. recovery at the time. Are you still bullish on the U.S. recovery?
Basically, yes. Bullish probably not right word in this respect, but we are optimistic about US because US, on the long run, US has all fundamentals to prosper. Large territory, large population, growing population, relatively young population, a lot of raw materials, and very strong entrepreneurial spirit. We are pretty optimistic about the United States. We would like to stay in the United States.
So that means you're not going to sell your assets in the United States?
We are going to reshuffle our portfolio, for sure. We would like to become more competitive. We invest in some assets heavily in order to make them much more competitive.
Explain reshuffle. That means you might sell some.
Might.
You might sell some. And which ones would you be looking at selling? This is the stuff in Detroit or in Mississippi?
It will depend. We will see, but definitely we see different competitiveness of different assets in the United States, and would like to be more resilient to the cycle, to be more competitive.
Okay, so you're Russia's biggest steelmaker right now. You want to become the world's 5th biggest steelmaker. It's a big move, right? You need to increase production in order to do that by at least 10 million tons. Can you do that without merging with another top 10 steelmaker?
Well, it's a good question, because we would like to be among 5th largest steelmakers in the world in terms of EBITDA, in terms of economic results.
Not necessarily in terms of production.
Not necessarily in terms of production.
But can you get there without the production and without that merger with the top 10?
I don't know, because it's not. It's possible. Both ways are possible. But the key question is market. Whether the market allows it to us or not. Because we should have marketplace to create a large player, and it depends upon the development of world economy. If it will be large enough to absorb a lot of steel, there are a lot of opportunities for organic growth. Also, there are different opportunities in different regions.
What steelmakers would make a nice fit?
Well, if I may answer your question in the following way, we could expect further consolidation in the world. And steel industry is inclined toward consolidation. There was a lot of consolidation before 2008. Probably consolidation will continue. And there are a lot of different advantages and disadvantages in different combinations. It's very difficult for me to be more specific.
Just name a couple of companies that you think might make a nice fit. Clearly, there are some that you find more attractive than others.
All companies with a strong presence in emerging markets. Russian companies could be good partners for us. Difficult to say, because we're also looking, like many others, for geographical diversification in different products and niches, and good combinations could be nice.
I want to ask you about the price of steel. Where is it going to go? I mean, some people are out there saying it could rise as much as 66% this year. What do you think?
We don't expect such a strong growth, but we think that taking into account relatively fast recovery of world economy and pressure on the cost side, because of growing price of raw materials, we should expect price growth for steel as well.
Yeah, how much? Quantify that for me.
Oh, difficult to say. Difficult to say. But at least we have expectations for growth of steel prices and for next quarters, at least first half of the year.
So far, you've been invested in commodities. Any plans to go out of commodities? I know you have a small retail arm, but aside from that, to make a major move.
Are you speaking about Severstal or about me personally?
About you personally.
Oh, I have quite a diversified portfolio already. I'm largest shareholder of TUI Travel, TUI company, and I'd like to diversify my portfolio in tourism, and I see a lot of opportunities in tourism in Russia. We have a big machine building company, Power Machines. We are the largest producer of turbines, generators in the country. I have a certain presence in forestry business, and we are largest producer of plywood. Of course, yeah.
We were talking about Davos. The single most interesting thing you've learned here. You were saying that people were more cautious than you'd expected. Tell me about that, about the outlook.
Yeah, Davos is a great opportunity to meet people, to listen from people. There are so many smart people here, and it's a great opportunity to know what they have in mind. What I saw in Davos this time, more cautious optimism. People are basically optimistic, but they see a lot of problems inherited from the past, which were not resolved by the crisis. We don't have many bankruptcies, neither in financial sector nor in industries, but we have a lot of imbalances inherited from the past, and we didn't digest this legacy yet, which means that we should be cautious doing our business. We should be flexible. We should be prepared to adjust to the market situation. And we learned it very, very well in the last downturn, and we should remain cautiously optimistic and flexible.
All right, Alexei Mordashov, thank you very much for your time. That, of course, was the controlling stakeholder and CEO of Severstal, Russia's largest steelmaker, speaking with us. Back to you.